Did Jason Tatum come back just in time because he saw the Jaylen Brown-led Celtics get smacked down by the Hornets? You see it there. Hornets blow out Celtics by 29 in Boston. No joke. LaMelo Ball balling. Con Knipple. That's a funny name to be repeating over and over again. Con Knipple. Balling. And might I add, we're being real. There's nothing like having a player like OG Anunoby when he came to the Knicks. Whew. Jesus Christ, too much. That's too much flash and pizzazz on your ball. There's nothing like having a player on a team that balances it out. Con Knipple may have done that for the Hornets. LaMelo Ball and them looking like they trying to take that play in, dog.
Yeah, listen. Oh, the legend is in the building. You know, it's always a pleasure when he pops up. Legend Z is in the building. Always good to see you, my brother. Salute, big shout out, Legend Z pulling up in the building. Always good to see him, man. Fabian, people aren't talking about the Charlotte Hornets enough. And it goes to show you that, you know, on our platform, on AllBall TV, AllBall Reaction, Knicks Rehab, we dare to be different, right? A lot of platforms, a lot of people don't dare to be different. And we dare to be different because we are basketball fanatics first. Yes, we love our Knicks, but we love basketball first. And the Charlotte Hornets aren't getting enough credit. The turnaround that they have made from being a laughingstock, I'm talking about just difficult to watch, to now one of the most exciting teams to watch. And dare I say, the Charlotte Hornets might have the most exciting player to watch in LaMelo Ball. Ever since the coach put LaMelo Ball on the bench and had him come off the bench, the Charlotte Hornets have been on fire. They have been legit. I think they're a good basketball team. They're young. And when you talk about a team that has nothing to lose, it's the Charlotte Hornets. When you talk about a team that's playing with house money, it's the Charlotte Hornets. I don't think no team wants to play the Hornets in the playoffs. And let me explain why. Because they don't care. When you fight against someone that don't care, it's going to be a difficult fight. And I think what the Charlotte Hornets is doing is they are fun to watch. They are great to watch. They athletic, they're young, and they play freely and loosely. I think the Charlotte Hornets deserves a whole lot more credit than people give them. Yeah, we always want to talk about Philly and the Knicks and Detroit and Boston and Cleveland. We got to start putting some respect on the Charlotte Hornets name. And I'm going to say something that's going to ruffle some feathers. Knipple. Should he be Rookie of the Year? I'm going to ask again. Knipple. Should he be Rookie of the Year? Now, I know Cooper Flagg is having a great season, right? But granted, Dallas ain't shit. I'm going to say it again. Cooper Flagg is having he's having a phenomenal season, Fabian. But the Dallas Mavericks ain't shit. Knipple and the Charlotte Hornets. Yeah, listen, I'm just being honest. The Charlotte Hornets, the turnaround that they are having are insane. Bro, they are a fun team to watch. They're a legit team to watch. They are beating teams, and they might have the most exciting player in the NBA to watch. It used to be Ja Morant. It used to be Zion Williamson. It used to be Steph Curry. LaMelo Ball is the most exciting player to watch. Bro, he's shooting one-legged fadeaways to the side from half court. Yes, I'm going there.
More than Ant-Man?
We'll discuss that in a bit. Leave that right there. We'll discuss that in a bit. But all jokes aside, Fabian, the Charlotte Hornets is a threat. I'm not saying that they're a threat to make the championship, but they're going to give some teams some problems if they make the playoffs. Even if they play our Knicks. like I said, a team that's athletic, that's young, that has nothing to lose, that's literally playing with nothing but house money. Why aren't they getting the props that they deserve? Like I said, you go from being a laughingstock to where you make this turnaround. Listen, Fabian, I think that coach should definitely be a candidate for coach of the year. Now, of course, he's not going to get it, but he should be top. Yes, he should be top 3 candidate.
Former assistant in Boston.
Yes, Fabian, I have to ask you, tell me about the Charlotte Hornets. What excites you about them? What do you like about the Charlotte Hornets? Because if it's not up to us, no one's going to talk about the Charlotte Hornets. They're going to continue to act like they don't exist, only for the super glaze of the Knicks and Detroit and Boston. But please, what is it about the Charlotte Hornets that's right now have you thinking what's going on?
It's the rookie kid, like how you put it. That like I said before, I teased it a little bit, but when OG and Anunoby got to the Knicks, there was a balance. What that kid did for LaMelo can't be overlooked. We've seen it. Funny shit like Timothy Mozgov going to Cleveland. They said LeBron's eyes lit up. Certain players, they bring a joke. And for me, for him to have LaMelo excited enough to play serious basketball, because the one thing that we all accuse LaMelo of is like, bro, you got all the talent in the world, but you could be Jason Williams or you could be Jason Kidd. And he's starting to be more Jason Kidd seriousness-wise. 6'7" the kid is. Flea just sent me a clip of where he starts the first play of the game. He comes down court, passes the ball off, and he's like dragging power forwards and centers in the middle of the paint, like how we want Brunson to do. But it's important because that means he's using the 6'7" size. That means he's using his IQ. I dropped my headphones, man. That means he's dropping his IQ to be an all-star. Remember, he's not really. Did he make the all-star team this year?
I don't think so. I don't think so. Because remember, they was a terrible basketball team. So that first half of the season, they was horrific. So I don't think he made it.
But I think even in the second half of the first half of the season, that's when they started picking it up. There's some things to review here. That coach is going on. That coach, Charles Lee, has went through a lot. He went to Bucknell University, no scholarship program at the time. Goes to be an assistant coach for the Celtics. Then he goes to Charlotte, and I'm like, let me see what this coaching tree is about. So this isn't the Bill Belichick coaching tree that births a bunch of losers, apparently. Remember, Ime Udoka's in Houston. Yeah, they might not win a championship this year, but everybody loves them. Now you got Charles Lee, Joe Mazzulla, the guy that's running the front office right now. I always forget his name. He's the Wizard of Oz right now. Yeah, in Boston.
Oh, yeah, he was the coach, and then he went upstairs to the front office. Young dude, too. I always forget his name as well. Flea might know it.
Wizard of Oz.
What's the GM over there in Boston? He was the coach, but then he stepped down and went into the front office. Flea will let us know.
So Charles Lee is coming from a winning organization. Brad Stevens, thank you, Flea.
Brad Stevens.
He's coming from a winning organization. On top of that, he benched LaMelo. Yeah. Mr. Superstar, $270 million supposed to be doing that. All I ever heard since I've been talking about basketball online, this politics, this, that, and the third. That's Charlotte. I don't care where you are. You want the respect. What did I say about JJ Redick? I'm a fan, but I don't like your relationship with LeBron. If you can't check the star, you ain't nobody, bro. You're the star. You're technically you're the manager. And for Charles Lee, the city of Charlotte was protesting against him. They had people on camera like, yo, man, what's he talking about? What is he doing?
Right.
And look, whatever he's doing is working. And obviously, I think this doesn't happen without Conker Nipple, the kid, Brandon Miller. They got 3 young guys who are now maybe going through the whole Dallas Mavericks Triple J era. Jason Kidd, Jim Jackson, Jamal Mashburn, small forward, 2 guard, point guard,
They got
all
something
over
real
again.
special. Yes. Hold on. Stay there real quick, right? Stay there, because we're going to spend a little bit of time on this Charlotte Hornets topic because they deserve it. That coach, explain to me how important it is for him to be doing what he's doing and for him to not be afraid to coach, meaning bringing LaMelo Ball off the bench, maybe to give him, open his eyes a little bit more, to help him understand that you ain't bigger than the program. And if you don't take this game serious, you can be coming off the bench and you may be on the bench, permanent. But tell me, how do you feel about coaches that have the guts, the cojones, right, to pull a move off like that? And then now to see the positive effect it has to where now they're playing winning style basketball. How do you feel about coaches like that?
You know me, I'll throw a monkey wrench, go left field, and come back to center with it. This is the reason why a lot of people still clamor for Mark Jackson to have a job. Because the one thing they always said was like, yo, he could run a team though. I never heard of a player feel like they were disrespecting my Mark Jackson. All we've ever heard is people respecting Mark Jackson. So for Charles Lee, we didn't know where it was going to go. Even when I heard him talk, it was kind of like, I don't know if it was assertive or not. It wasn't Mike Brown, but it was still like you're new. And it's a young crew. They're all young. Think about it. This guy's young coach. His first stint as a head coach. LaMelo Ball, young. Knipple, rookie. Brandon Miller's his 3rd season. I think it's important because now you establish the chain of command. Like we always talk about the pecking order for the basketball players when you walk into a gym.
Right.
Yeah, but before you get on the court, the coach is the guy you got to respect. If you don't respect them, like what's the point? And he has him top 4 in the league on offense, AllBall. It's not like they're bottom of the league in defense. These guys are top half of the league in defense. They're not too bad where we were a month or so ago. So I think it's beyond important for a guy to establish himself, his personality, and his role in this thing, in this most professional game, in the professional era.
So let's ask the real question. Big shout out to our brother Flea in the building. Big shout out to the whole chat. Y'all know the drill. Hit that like button. We here now, afternoons, 3 o'clock, maybe sometimes 4, but for sure, 3 o'clock, we are here. Y'all AllBall reaction Monday through Friday. Some Saturdays and Sundays, but now y'all get to see us twice a day. Not once a day, twice a day. We are here 3 o'clock Monday through Friday, AllBall reaction. And y'all know we got Knicks rehab at night. But I have to ask a question in chat. I need y'all to get into this. I need y'all to answer, respond, engaged in this. Who are the Charlotte Hornets the most threat to? I'm going to ask again. Who are the Charlotte Hornets the most threat to? Oh, the beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, the exquisite, the elegant. Rhonda Flores is in the building. Rhonda Flores, what up, baby? I'm going to ask y'all again. Who should be most scared of the Charlotte Hornets? Please, I need y'all to respond. And I'm going to let y'all know who I think should be most fearful of the Charlotte Hornets. Pistons, Celtics. I see a lot of Pistons and Celtics. Guru said nobody. Who are the Charlotte Hornets the most threat to? I'm going to tell y'all. It might be my Knicks. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it one more time. Tori B is in the building. The beautiful, the lovely, the extravagant, the sexy, the exquisite, the elegant. Tori B is in the building. Harlem Legend TV is in the building. Big shout out Harlem Legend TV. The Charlotte Hornets, my Knicks, they are a threat to my Knicks. They are a threat. If I have to go with one team, for me, it's my Knicks. And I just have to be honest. Am I picking my Knicks in the series? Hell yeah. Yes. But it's not going to be a sweep. It's not going to be a 5-game. That thing might go 6 or 7. That's going to be tough. That's going to be tough. So for me, I just think what the Charlotte Hornets is doing, the turnaround that they have, that great coach, good coaching staff, and those young players. Listen, man, if they do this thing right, the Charlotte Hornets can continue to move forward and progress, and they could be one piece away from like really every season making the playoffs. But we just have to give big props to them. They've been winning basketball games. They are very entertaining to watch. And I think LaMelo Ball is starting to find his groove. I think LaMelo Ball now is starting to take the game serious. And he's playing great basketball. So if the Charlotte Hornets makes the playoffs, I don't care what nobody say, they are going to give some teams some problems because they are tough matchups. They're young, they fast, they athletic. Like I said, they mindset, they don't give a fuck about nothing. Nobody. They listen, they don't care who's in front of them. A lot of those guys have the confidence to think that they're better than everybody. And then they have a rookie in Knipple that's super tough. Super tough. I did not see this young man being this good. Harlem Legend TV. Big shout out to Harlem Legend TV in the building, man. He got a major platform. I'm from Harlem. He's from Harlem. So anytime I see somebody from Harlem, I show all the love in the world. Harlem Legend TV is in the building. He says LaMelo still overacting like he playing in a Rucker. That's why it won't work. I'm going to be honest. Harlem Legend, that's his game. That's his game. And we can't ignore that it's helping him win basketball games. Yes, he plays like that. Appreciate you, my G, for pulling up and showing love. And keep doing your thing. Your platform is super dope. Keep growing, bro. Harlem in the building. We can't ignore the positive effect that LaMelo Ball and his playing style is having on that basketball team. Now, it's different if they're losing games, right? It's different if they're playing bad basketball. But I don't hear the coaching staff, I don't hear the fans, and I don't hear the players. I don't hear nobody complaining about LaMelo Ball's playing style. Now, I did in the beginning of the season because it wasn't amounting to nothing. Now, I don't listen. It don't have to work in the playoffs. Listen, man. Yo, I just feel the Charlotte Hornets exciting, playing great basketball, and we can't ignore that. We can't ignore that. If they make it into the playoffs, they are going to be a tough outing for somebody. Because like I said, they got some dogs over there. And for me, I got to ask before I move on to this last topic. In the chat, I need y'all to engage. I need y'all to respond and answer this. Who's the rookie of the year? Is it Knipple? Is it Cooper Flag? I'm going to ask again. Because to me, VJ Edgecombe, he kind of fell back a little bit. Like at one time, VJ Edgecombe to me was one of the better rookies, right? But he kind of slowed down a whole lot. It's like VJ might have hit that brick wall. Cooper Flag is playing great basketball. But I got to ask y'all, right now, who's your rookie of the year? To me, it's up to two guys, Cooper Flag or Knipple. I'm just saying. Cooper Flag just passed 1,000 points. Facts. But for Knipple to be playing the basketball that he's playing and have your team in playoff contention, that can't be ignored. Now, of course, I'm pretty sure Cooper Flag is going to get it, right? Well deserving. But we can't ignore Knipple. We cannot ignore him. I'm just hoping that the votes he get, the gap isn't that much between him and Cooper Flag. Because, like I said, Cooper Flag is a stud. But Knipple, those guys are in playoff contention.
AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.